As Imam Ghazali continues to list the benefits of deliberately experiencing hunger, Imam Ghazali says, how often is it that we are engaging in the remembrance of Allah, but we're not moved by it? Our tongues have powerful words of dhikr upon them. We're reciting the Quran, we're doing dua, but it just seems like our hearts are not stirred by it. We're not enjoying it, as if something is veiling our hearts from experiencing and enjoying the remembrance of Allah. Our hearts are hardened and they're just not softening. Imam Ghazali mentions, when we experience hunger, when the stomach is empty, that ensures that the hearts are softened. And it's when the hearts are softened that we're going to enjoy and experience the remembrance of Allah. Imam Ghazali says, when we endure hunger, this inspires humility in us before Allah. All of us have this beast within us. Our carnal desires are like a beast, and nothing tames this beast better than enduring hunger. Because when we're hungry, the body just wants to eat. It's going through this pain of wanting to eat, wanting to quench its thirst. It's when we're in that state, that's when we're reminded of how utterly needy we are, how utterly dependent we are. This is what's going to make the servant appreciate his Creator. Just missing one meal and experiencing hunger is making us go through that much pain. This is what inspires humility in us before Allah. And this is why, according to one report, when our beloved Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam was offered a valley of gold in Mecca, he refused it. Instead of indulging in the pleasures of this life, he said, I would much rather endure hunger for a day, satiate myself for the next day, because he said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, فَإِذَا جُعْتُ تَضَرَّعْتُ إِلَيْكَ وَذَكَرْتُكَ. He says, when I endure hunger, I experience humbleness before you, Ya Allah, and I remember you. And then when I satiate myself, I express my gratitude towards you and I praise you. Imam Ghazali mentions, he says, also when we endure hunger, this ensures that we don't forget the trials of Allah. We don't forget the people who are suffering the trials of this life. When we are always full, if we're always going to be full, we're going to forget hunger, and we're going to become callous towards people who suffer hunger. We're going to become callous towards people who are suffering in this life. And this may be why in first world countries, people have become so utterly inhumane and callous towards the suffering of people across the world. Imam Ghazali mentions, when we experience hunger, this softens our heart. It improves our relationship with Allah because it reminds us of how needy we are. And it also, when we endure hunger, it also improves our relationship with the world around us because it improves our ability to empathize with those who are around us. As we experience hunger during our fasts of Ramadan, let's remember the benefits of fasting. So even after Ramadan, we continue here and there to experience, to deliberately fast so that we're not deprived of these many blessings of fasting.